Hi there, Girl Scouts, it's Barry. Today I'm going to teach you how to make Barry's Crispy Kale Crisps. Today for this recipe, you'll be needing kale, a knife, an oven, parchment paper, cookie sheet, apple cider vinegar, salt, oil of your choice. I'm using sunflower canola blend, cayenne pepper, sriracha sauce, and honey. So be sure to wash off your kale so that it's nice and clean. And don't forget to wash your hands, Girl Scouts. First, I'm making the sauce. You just combine all of your ingredients for vinegar, oil, and salt together. Next, we're going to be chopping up our kale. I picked out a few leaves that I think were good.
Beautiful bright green. That helps to tell us that our kale is ready, and we picked some really great kale to be making chips out of. So we're going to move our knife aside, and oh, look at that piece is already done for us. Look, one, put it in the bowl with the oil and salt and such. So some people say, for like some recipes will call when making kale chips, that you take your knife and you cut off your foliage from the rib, and that's that. I also have another way of doing things, of just ripping off that leafage, and if it's a fairly decent size, like this is a good chip size, I'll put it in because it saves time. But like, see, this is very large, so I'll rip it in half. Okay, so I am going to get out a wooden spatula because I want to start kind of like massaging this into my kale, this oil and vinegar mix, because I don't want it to just sit there. Oil and vinegar and salt, pardon me. You can use any type of oil. If you take a look inside there, you'll see that like this piece right there is a lot lighter in color than such as maybe that piece right there. We're going to take this in on a close-up really quick so I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. But we are going to add in just a bit more of our ingredients so as to make sure that they get fully coated, because we don't want it to be salt and vinegar chips and then take a bite of a plain kale chip. You can see in here, see how this is not covered, whereas this is, like, this definitely has a lighter color, and you can kind of see like the splatter marks, but it's all definitely not colored. And there's other pieces within the bowl that are like that. So what we are going to do is, you can see that there's still some juice at the bottom, but I'm going to add in just a bit more oil. No more vinegar because we don't want to make it too strong. So I'm going to add in some more oil, and then hopefully we will get that coverage that we need. And then I'm going to let it set for about 1 to 2 minutes or so while I'm chopping up my kale for our spicy kale chips. And then we are going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees while we are making our spicy sauce. And once we have that done, we'll put our kale chip, or not, they're not kale chips yet, but we'll put our kale leaves on separate baking trays, spread them out, and then we'll put them in for about 7 to 10 minutes. All right, time to start on our sweet and spicy bit. So what we're going to do is, first we're going to add about that much oil. One, two, three, four. And a lot of honey. just gonna mix it up. Have a beautiful consistency. Whew, very spicy. For this one, you're going to need a regular rubber spatula because of the honey. You can smell the spice. Oh, I love spicy food. If you don't like spicy food, put in less sriracha. But if you like it, eat it. It is, just try it. It is so, so good. And with the honey, it just, I don't know, it just balances out perfectly. Okay. So I'm going to put my spatula over here, go get my parchment paper, line my baking sheet, and we will then be ready to go.
And there it is going in. Oh, it looks so yummy. I cannot wait to taste these afterwards.
So what we're going to do now is I'm just going to transfer them. This is my spicy. Just going to transfer them into this baggie. You can also always store them in an airtight container as well, but I'd like just storing them in a bag because it's easier to, put in lunch boxes and such. Alright, so I have my spicy ones. You can already tell that just by looking at them. Yeah, look at these beautiful, like, no stick, nothing. Alrighty, time for a taste test. So first we're going to try the spicy. Ooh. So first, you just get this, like, sweetness. And you can taste, like, a bit of, like, that glazed bit. And then you taste the crunch. And this whoosh of spice just comes down on you. And your entire mouth, or at least because I like spicy food, it just kind of tingles. Oh, it's so nice. Okay, let's move on to salt and vinegar. You get a decent sized one. Okay. Okay, so immediately you taste the vinegar. You can smell it too. And then you get like the kind of coating of oil. And the salt, you don't really taste it that much, but you can tell it's there because the vinegar's not overpowering. These are our 2 kale chips. I hope you enjoy them.